Is the housing market going to crash? With all the headlines and all the social media talk about crashing market, because rising interest rates would definitely mean that all the house prices are going to be decimated. And we have this recession coming up that also indicates that we are going to have decimated house prices, tons of foreclosures. That is what seems to be the talk of the town these days. I think that the data shows something quite different to that scenario. I have no doubt that we're headed for a recession. High inflation would definitely mean a recession. Higher interest rates will also affect obviously the economy, and we will probably be pushed into a recession. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the house prices are going to go down. In hindsight, most recessions didn't actually affect house prices negatively. Some meant flattened house prices, which means they didn't go up, but they did not go down either. And some recession periods meant that house prices just continued to climb up, maybe at a slightly slower pace than they did before. But in general, most of the recent recessions have meant increased house prices, or at least stable house prices. That is one thing, but I get you. Everybody thinks about 2008, 2009, what happened back then. Prices crashed. A $150,000 condo could be picked up for $25,000 a few years later. It was devastating for house prices. But the market conditions were also very different. First of all, we had a financial crisis, which there's no indications that we're going to have this time. One of the reasons being that mortgage lenders have been much more prudent when they've been offering mortgage since 2012 or 2011, whenever they made the changes. So we don't have these people who have borrowed way more than they can afford. Most of the homeowners today who bought prior to this supposedly housing burst also have much lower interest rates. They are not. It will take a lot for them to be pushed out in having to sell their homes. So there may be some foreclosures, but probably not as many as there were. But another really significant indicator is that in 2008 to 2011, we had a massive oversupply of homes in the market. Some years we almost had 11 months worth of supply. That means it's a ridiculously strong buyer's market. Many sellers, no buyers. You could negotiate almost anything. Sellers just had to get rid of their homes. This time around, we're still in a strong seller's market. We only have 3.2 months worth of inventory now, despite interest rates having gone up over the last 6 months significantly. So we don't have that pressure on the market with tons and tons of homes coming on the market all the time. And that pressure is probably not going to build anytime soon, because we've also experienced in the last 15 years a massive underproduction of new construction. So there simply aren't enough homes available to push the inventory up into a strong buyer's market. I don't doubt that we will see more and more inventory and maybe also fewer buyers for a while, but I don't believe that we have enough available inventory that it could be pushed up to these ridiculously massive amounts of inventory that were significant in the last financial crisis. And like I said before, it's not likely that we're going to have a financial crisis. There are lots of homeowners now who sit on properties. Also, they have low mortgage payments. They don't really see a benefit in selling their homes, because if they get a new mortgage on a new home, they will have to pay way more money than they do now. So these homes will only become available if people have to sell because of job situations, life-changing situations. They will not be pushed on the market because people want to make a quick profit, because that profit is not available right now, and they are quite set with their mortgage rates. Are still lower now than the average of the last 30 years. Even though we have peaked at above 7%, we're still relatively, if not low mortgage rates, we're in relatively low, normal mortgage rates. So, and like I said, the lenders are way more prudent in their lending. So my conclusion is, yes, we will probably have a recession. It's not much that says that we don't, but there is no indication that the housing market is going to crash. Housing prices are probably going to go up next year. Maybe, but definitely maybe not. Definitely maybe they will not go up as much as they did this year, but they will continue to climb. So if you're in the market to buy, it's better to buy now when prices are lower than they will be 12 months from now. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I would really like some comments below, because I know that a lot of you will not agree with what I just said, so feel free to comment below this video and let me hear your opinion. Looking forward to hearing all of you, and if you have any questions, if you want to discuss this, feel free to DM me or call me. My number will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.